Jet Gunner Refueled. So I'm just going to play the trailer for the game just before that. So now we're going to switch over and talk to Joel, who is joining me on Zoom.
Hello.
Hey, Joel.
Hello. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Enjoying the summer weather for once.
Yes, it's been pretty hot here in the UK. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into game development? How long have you been doing this?
Oh, very long time. I think I started off... Oh, actually, I'll start playing the game. That might be a good thing as well.
Yes, go ahead.
I started back when I was about, I don't know, 9 or 10 with... do you remember the old... I think it was Click and Play.
Yeah.
It was... I don't know why it's not making any sound. There we go.
There you go.
Let me just turn that down a bit. Is that okay?
A little bit further down would be good.
Oh, all right. It's not a problem. That better?
A little bit further. Maybe half that.
Hold on. I'll do it in the I think I know what it's doing. It's not desktop audio, so let's do it in the options.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Perfect. Sorry about that.
It's all right, the joys of live stream.
Of course. So yeah, I started back when I was about 10 on Click and Play, if you remember that old software.
Yeah.
Doing Sonic fan games, because it was Clickteam was the choice of Sonic fan games.
Yes,
then.
indeed.
And that's how I really just started into it all. Yeah. And it's grown ever since, really. And then I was on the there was an old thing called the Daily Click.
Yeah.
I think it's still around, actually.
It is indeed.
I used to make games on that, and then the Flash thing came out. I'm not playing very well because I'm not concentrating.
That's fine. There's a reason I got you to play instead of me doing it, because, yeah.
Yeah, so, and I was making Flash, the Flash thing came out at one point, the exporter, and then I was on Newgrounds, and it just kind of kept snowballing, really.
Okay.
From that.
So, tell us about Jet Gunner Refueled then.
I made a game called Jet Gunner back in 2000. I'm gonna die. I can't believe that. Back in 2014. It was actually made on the Games Factory, the original Games Factory, the one in like '99.
Right.
And I kind of poured it over to like Fusion. It was more of like a test if you could do something in that whole program and actually make it commercial. And I thought about like last year how bad my first game ever was. So I thought, you know what, it seems to be the gaming trend now to like remaster or remake everything. So I thought I'll join in, and I've been remaking this. So
yeah, what sort of processes have you gone through to remaster it then? Has it been a complete redo of the graphics or sound, or?
Completely redone. Everything's redone. The original engine like I used, it's so old, it's rubbish. So I've just kind of remade the whole thing basically, from scratch. Yeah, so
cool.
It was kind of interesting because you can look back at how like 10 years ago, how much you've changed, and I'm gonna die, and developed, you know, in for your career almost. Yeah.
So obviously this is a redo over, but what was the original inspiration for the game? There's obviously some old school 8-bit graphics going on here. Is that something that you sort of grew up with and you wanted to make your own homage to the scene?
Pretty much, yeah. This was back when like the 8-bit kind of like resonant. I can't say that word, but like was coming back with like Shovel Knight. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, was coming back with like Shovel Knight and stuff.
Yeah.
And beforehand, I was making kind of similar games for Flash. I died. That's brilliant. But yeah, I was making like I was making those type of games, so I thought I'll try and make something commercial. This is when Steam Greenlight was out and about.
Right.
And somehow it passed that, and yeah, it was more like could I make a game back then, like and sell it? Because back in 2014, it was kind of unheard of to like small indies to do something like that. So
yeah,
and that's how it kind of came to be. And plus, making 8-bit games is kind of quicker and easier because the graphics aren't too intense. They're
sure.
like kind of a bit laid back and less to them. You get what I mean?
I do, yes.
So yeah.
So obviously it's a remake, this one, so I'll ask you about that afterwards, but what overall, the whole process between the original and this version, what was the most enjoyable aspect of making this for you?
Really seeing how far you've come. Because I played the original while I was remaking this just to remember basically, and I couldn't believe how bad it was. To be honest, I was proud of it at the time, like, but your skills do develop over time. So like 10 years later, it was kind of like, wow, you know, you see how far you've come. So I think that was the most enjoyable aspect for me, really.
We'll actually be speaking to Rob later. He's been working on his project for over 13 years now, and
wow,
yeah, it's been quite a voyage, that one. But even in a single project, you come to halfway point and you think, do you know what, I can do better than this, because you've learned so much. But yeah, it's just one of those parts of development, really. I think everyone goes through that.
Yeah, I've never spent 13 years on a game, but I've spent a few years on some things, and I have a problem of never actually finishing my projects. So
you've obviously managed with this one. What kept you motivated to actually bring this one through to fruition?
It didn't take that long. I had most of the game completed in about 2 months, so just life events got in the way from releasing it earlier, I guess. And then the porting services, as you mentioned before, Clickteam kind of asked me, and I was like, yeah, sure. So that's why it's a little bit longer delayed. And yeah.
I mean, talking about the porting services, big plug for Clickteam Pro Services here, but how did you find that process? Was it easy to work with us? And
yeah, well, it's ongoing currently because it's going through beta testing with some really, really great people who've been helping find out like little minor bugs or stuff that needs to be tweaked. And I've had no problem so far. To be honest, I've always had issues with some publishers or even talking to them beforehand. Not loads, but you get the odd one. But this one's Clickteam's been fantastic, to be honest. Like, I haven't had any problems so far, and I doubt I will, to be honest.
That's really good to hear. Thank you.
No worries.
So
I mean, I genuinely mean that as well. Like,
this wasn't a setup, folks. I was a genuine risky question there, because if we'd done a bad job, it could have been a bad answer. But no, it's all good. We're very proud of the services we offer there. So yeah, again, if anyone wants to get in touch, service.clickteam.com and open a ticket there. So back to your games. So what sort of challenges did you have to overcome?
Terrible.
Oh dear.
Challenges.
Yeah, what was the most interesting or difficult things you had to overcome when making the game?
I know it's going to sound really sad, but kind of boredom. That's my biggest problem making games. That sometimes I will get bored of the project.
Okay.
During development, so yeah, it's like it's scope as well. Trying to keep the scope down.
Yeah. Feature creep can be a real killer for projects. It's hard to keep control of that.
Yeah. So that was the biggest challenge. Like, there's more I could have done, but I thought, no, otherwise you just don't get the game finished.
Yeah.
And it was only meant to be kind of a small side project for me.
So
yeah.
Working on this, you've obviously worked on it way back when, and now you've coming back to it again. What changes to the product line features have helped you to do better this time, or have you found really useful?
You mean like the new stuff? Because 10 years ago it was completely different. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
think
so we've got like physics, and we've got the profiler for looking at what's.
Oh, the profiler is actually very useful. That in any project, that when that came out, that was really, really good to see like what events were causing the most problems or lag or something. To be honest, most of my games are kind of small, so I don't tend to have that much issues. But it did. It has in one project when I kept holding for a controller and it kept lagging quite bad, and I couldn't figure out why, and then I figured out why with the profiler. So that's like one of the most useful features. I think. I mean, the original game was made in the Games Factory. So the biggest thing from when I jumped from that to like to Fusion, Multimedia Fusion, the first one and the second one, was just having more than 16 globals was the best. It was so nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think I haven't really. Most of my games are quite simple, so I don't tend to use quite a lot of the features.
Sure.
Like the inbuilt physics, because I don't. Sometimes stuff like I've died again. I'll jump to another level so we don't. But yeah, that sort of stuff can overcomplicate things for me personally when you're doing 8-bit games.
Yeah.
But the profile is definitely the one of the most handiest thing I've update. I can't remember when that came out. It was a while back now, but yeah.
It's a couple of years now. I forget. Maybe 2018, something like that. Yeah, it's a while.
That's 7 years ago now.
Oh, scary, isn't it? I'll actually be doing a feature on the profiler and how to use it in an upcoming stream in a couple of months. I think it's a really useful tool for everyone to get to know. So yeah, that'd be good to cover. So just a note for anyone watching, we are having a bit of lag capturing the Zoom call here. The game is a lot more fluid than this, as you saw in the trailer. But you get the gist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Zoom is a difficult customer, that one. Anyway, so
hope it's not too laggy.
No, it's probably about half rate.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. So you've obviously got this one coming out now. Do you have any plans for a sequel?
No. I've never really made sequels before, so I wouldn't. I think I'd rather do something new. That's kind of been my thing. I've got something that's like the NES game Shattered Hand.
Yeah.
That some people might know. I have so many unfinished projects that I'm hoping to finish in the next like year or two. So I'd like a Mega Man clone and my Mega Drive style game, Gun and Bolt Gun. So I'm trying to hopefully get through that kind of stuff, all the half-baked projects that I've made. So I think sequel is definitely going to be last on the list.
Okay. Do you want to talk about your Ludum Dare? You won Ludum Dare, didn't you?
Yeah, this is third time now. So
Abyss Volta, would you like to show that now?
I can indeed, yeah. Let me just... I'll leave that on while I just open up the... I have to play it on the keyboard, so I apologize if... get to see my cool desktop now. Is it not let me... There we go. 1 second while I open up. Luckily for me, I've actually organized my folders for once, so I can find it.
And we can also show Shattered Hands if you want to later on. We'll see what time.
Yeah, I haven't. The name I've called is Raw Fist currently. That's the name I've called it so
apologies.
far. But
Bad notes
might
here.
be. Yeah, I can't call it Shatter Hand, obviously.
No.
But let me just.
Oh, I hear something.
I'm gonna have to play this with my mouse and keyboard, so I didn't have time to put controller support in. But here we go. Hopefully, I might be able to play a little bit better on this. It's not as difficult. But yeah, I made this in three days. So, and to be honest, I wouldn't be able to make something like this if it wasn't for Fusion, because it's so quick and easy to use. Especially like creating levels with the level editor and all that, and it's just so quick and easy. It's great. Not saying you can't do like more complex things with it, but for game jams, it's like my second partner almost, like my.
So do you use the frame editor to build up your levels, or do you have an engine yourself?
I use the frame editor.
Okay.
Because to be honest, it's robust enough for like kind of these style games that you don't really need to have your own engine. So yeah, I've been using it since I was like 10 with like click and play, and the same like event like editor and all that's kind of been the same throughout all iterations.
Yeah.
Just with extra features each time and more powerful like kind of tools. Like when fast loops originally was like an extension that you had to use, and now it's all inbuilt and it's great. So,
yeah, I was opening an old project the other day, and the fast loop object came up, and I was, oh gosh, I've forgotten all that.
Let me just turn that down real quick.
Yeah, that was getting a bit noisy there. So what was the actual theme for this Ludum Dare?
It was depths.
Okay.
There we go. Hopefully that is a bit better.
Yeah, that's much better.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
It was the theme was depths, so I decided to do something like getting out of the depths instead of going into the depths or mining, something a little bit different. So and I always default to like running guns. It seems like so. That was my kind of thing to do.
What was the hardest thing about making this one with such a tight deadline?
I don't know really. I think to be honest, this was the first jam game I did that I had no issues. Everything kind of flowed fine. It was no real big bugs that or problems to solve. It was just quite chill, to be honest. I did like drink 15 cups of coffee, so I think
that's a
the
lot of
hardest
coffee.
thing was recovering after the lack of sleep and my poor bowels. I'm sorry, that's too much. But
That's all good. Yeah, I've only ever done the one game jam that was in Cambridge, and it was actually in person. And there was a lot of pressure, but it was good fun. But I obviously used Fusion for that, and it was great for making that in such a rapid thing. And I love the way that Fusion, it flips the whole programming golden rules on their heads. You know, you're supposed to traditionally always build up the engine and the mechanics and everything first, and then make it look cool. But it just brings it completely the other way around, and it's much more accessible that way.
Yeah, I mean, like I start off with like the engine. So I start off with the engine, and like it's all like kind of blue blocks and like a block for the character, and then I add the graphics in. Mm-hmm. But it's really quick to add the graphics in, especially at like this kind of low resolution.
Yeah.
Because this is like 256 by 144, so it's really easy just to like make 8-bit graphics.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I default them for game jams as well, because you know I'm not spending so much time doing that kind of stuff.
And do you use any external tools for the graphics? I know there's quite a few nice ones out there for this low-res stuff.
I do, and it's MS Paint. So,
oh wow, okay. Wasn't expecting
old
that.
School. MS, like the old Vista one, not the new one, the old school one. The reason I use it is just because, I mean, I've got other tools, so like M uses that Aseprite, and I've got GIMP as well, but you tend to use quite a bulk of it is MS Paint because it tends not to overcomplicate things if you're doing 8-bit. If I'm doing something that's not 8-bit, then I'll probably jump onto an actual like graphic software, but for 8-bit stuff, if I jump into that, I tend to kind of like make it look not 8-bit and too shiny and too clean. So, yeah, that's. I know it sounds really sad, but MS Paint.
No, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. It's all good. So, are there any hidden tricks or features that you developed just in this game for the first time, or?
Yeah, the scrolling. It was the first time I did something where you land like that and the camera scrolls up when you land.
Okay.
That was the first time I've done something like that, and plus respawning like that was the first time.
Okay.
But nothing complicated, because I think for game jams you don't want to make things complicated.
No. You get too in the weeds then and you end up with nothing to show at the end. It's
Yeah, you can spend days on trying to...
Yeah.
So I kept it... That's how I like kind of do my game jams, especially Lundares. I'll just kind of go to what I'm comfortable at making, but try and make a little twist on it, or try and make it bigger or better than my previous one, or something like that. I'll try and... Yeah.
That's a very cool looking game, and I'm sensing a bit of a theme in your style. Would you like to show your final game now, which I've rudely forgotten the name of once again? I'm not going to call it Shattered Hand now.
I mean, I can show off running Vault Gun as well if you want, but it has no music in it. Because I think that won't be 8-bit, so that might be actually a little bit more cooler to see.
Okay.
Let me find that real quick, where you can stare at Sonic.
Were you a big Sonic fan back in the day then?
Oh, I still am. I had a Mega Drive for Christmas in like '93, '94, so I'm an old Sonic fanboy.
I remember going to Sega World in London, and
I'm very jealous.
It was sad it's gone now, but yeah, they had some really, really cool exclusive Sonic stuff there. It was a lot of fun.
Let me just... It'll pop back and resize. There we go. Oh, that's going to be loud, I think. As I don't have the music put in yet, so let me just turn that down manually real quick in the mixer. Hopefully that should have worked.
I don't hear any sound now, so... there we are, yeah.
There we go. Sorry, I've forgotten I've got the controller, so controller works on this now. I obviously haven't made the music, so it's just all explosions.
Sure.
Yeah, the Sega London. Unfortunately, I lived the other side of the country, so I don't visit London, or back then. So I never got the chance to go, unfortunately. But it did look really cool in all the TV ads I remember seeing back then. So, yeah.
Oh dear, Zoom is about grumbling at us here.
Oh no.
Not to worry. We've got about 10 minutes left.
I haven't used Zoom since the lockdown days, so, and I remember not liking Zoom back then, so.
It has its moments, let's put it that way.
So this is more Mega Drive style, and I've actually made the engine so it works. So like the limitations of the Mega Drive or Genesis, Sega Genesis,
right,
is actually shown on this as well. So like the parallax is like the background that scrolls like how it would on a Mega Drive, and all of this. Yeah, this is like my passion game, but it's just having the time to make it. Because it being 16-bit and a lot more to it takes a lot more time. So, but hopefully one day soon this will come out.
How much have you actually got left to do on this one then?
The entire engine's complete, and I've made 2 full levels, but then and I had planned like 8 levels, each with like three parts to them. So there's quite a bit, but like the main engine stuff's all done, and quite a lot of the graphics are already kind of done, that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's just like because it's 16-bit and it's got more graphics to make. I can't explain it. It's got more to it. It just takes a little longer.
Sure. And do you create this out of tile sets like they would have been done back in the console days?
Yes, so the actual, like the levels, all themselves, all the, like, when I use the frame editor, all the, like, the graphics are, like, done in chunks.
Right.
So, it's pretty much like how the original Sonic games were made.
Yes, indeed.
And, yeah, so it's actually quite, I think it's over too much, like, the Mega Drive way I've done. But, I feel like if you're trying to imitate something, you know, you've got to try and do it pretty well. So, yeah.
For sure. We've got Pericles coming up later, and that's another real homage back to the old arcade style. So enjoy watching that. But yeah, was there anything particularly difficult about this one, or was this another smooth project for you?
It's currently quite smooth. I think there was a few issues with getting the graphics right. But I've never had any issues with the engine or like Fusion itself, to be honest. You get the odd like problem with a bug where you can't figure out why, and it's usually something stupid that you've done. But yeah, no, I've never. I think this one's more actually trying to get the gameplay and the graphics down correctly.
Yeah.
Than actually anything engine-wise. Yeah, maybe some of the physics I had to work on, that was kind of complicated, but other than that, not too much. It's gonna... No, I didn't. I fixed that.
Well, we have a few minutes left. Would you like to show your other game quickly, or would you like to call it there?
I can, well, it might take me a while to go and get it back up, so...
Okay, I'll tell you what, let's have you back another time to show that one then.
Perfect. I can show it when it's a little bit more complete as well.
Cool. So we'll put links up to all of this stuff for people to take a look after the stream. And yeah, with that, thank you very much. I hope it was fun for you. I know it's your first time doing anything like this, so... Yeah,
it was. I'm terrible at playing on my own game while talking, so my apologies.
It's all good. You did a lot better than I would have done. Well, thank you again, and...
no worries. Thanks for having me on.
No worries at all. Thanks a lot.
No worries. Bye.
Bye-bye.